Today we'll start cross product of vectors. First, right-handed system. If you take your right hand, your fingers points towards the x-axis and hand points towards the y-axis. Then your thumb finger points towards the z-axis. Is called a right-hand system. It is like if this is moving in anti-clockwise direction, thumb finger is upward. When this is moving clockwise direction, thumb will move in downward direction, that is left hand system. Cross product of two vectors a cross b equal to mod a mod b sin theta into n cap. Mod a cross b equal to mod a mod b sin theta into n cap. A cross b is here, n cap is a unit vector, a cross b is a unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing a and b. This is a unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing a and b. Mod a, length of a, length of b into sin theta means theta is the angle between a and b. Where theta is the angle between a and b. If this is a bar, if this is b bar, then a cross b is a vector perpendicular to these two. This is n cap. So n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to a and b, is nothing but a cross b. So this is a cross b. A cross b is a vector perpendicular to plane containing both a and b. So a cross b equal to mod a mod b sin theta in n cap implies this is a scalar and this is a unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing a and b, where theta is the angle between a and b. Implies modulus of a cross b equal to mod a mod b into sin theta, because this is a unit vector, length of unit vector is 1. So implies sin theta equal to modulus of a cross b by mod a into mod b. Sin theta equal to modulus of a cross b by mod a into mod b, coming to this side. If theta is 0, sin 0 is 0. Like a dot b is 0, we discussed a is perpendicular to b. Here a cross b is 0. If a cross b equal to 0, implies this is sin 0 is 0. Implies they are parallel. If a cross b equal to 0, then a bar is parallel to b bar. A bar is parallel to b bar if a cross b equal to 0. Similar way, we can write I cross I is 0. J cross J, sorry, I cross J, because I cross I is 0 and J cross J is 0. J is parallel to J itself. Like K cross K equal to 0. K is parallel to K itself. Next, I cross J. Now we will come to I cross J. What is I cross J? I, J, both are perpendicular. I told A, B. A cross B is a vector perpendicular to both A and B. So if this is I, this is J, perpendicular to both of this is K bar. So I cross J equal to K bar is a unit vector perpendicular to I and J. So I cross J equal to K cap. Like J cross K equal to I cap. Next, K cross I equal to K cross I equal to J cap. Okay? If you want, you can write or now A cross B equal to minus B cross A. Because this is right-handed system, if I am interchanging direction, then it becomes left-handed system. So A cross B equal to minus B cross A implies cross is not commutative. Cross is not commutative. Next, A cross B plus C equal to A cross B plus C equal to A cross B plus A cross C implies cross is distributive, not commutative but distributive. You can apply the distributive property to A cross B plus C. Next, if A bar equal to A1 I bar plus A2 J bar plus A3 K bar and B bar equal to B1 I bar plus B2 J bar plus B3 K bar, then A cross B is equal to, then A cross B equal to that of I J K A1 A2 A3 B1 B2 B3 we can write. Instead of finding separately cross product and distributive property, you can directly find the cross product using determinant you already know. Lagrange's identity. What is meant by Lagrange's identity? A cross B modulus of whole square equal to mod A square mod B square minus A dot B whole square. This is called as Lagrange's identity. We will prove this. A cross B whole square equal to, we can write mod A mod B sin theta whole square. So A square B square sin square theta. We know that A cross B is mod A mod B sin theta. Square means mod A square mod B square sin square theta. Now this is mod A square mod B square sin square theta. I can write as 1 minus cos square theta. Now this becomes mod A square mod B square minus mod A square mod B square into cos square theta. This is A dot B whole square. A dot B is mod A mod B cos theta. So this I can write mod B square minus, this is mod A mod B cos theta is A dot B. Squares are there. So I will write A dot B whole square. A dot B whole square. This is called as Lagrange's identity. Lagrange's identity. If area of triangle, side opposite to angle A is called as small a, side opposite angle B is called as small b, side opposite angle C is called as small c, which you know in properties of triangle. And area of triangle from that properties of triangle delta equal to half BC sin A or half AB sin C or half AC sin B below. So I am taking half BC sin A. Now small b is nothing but I can write modulus of AC bar, and small c is nothing but modulus of AB bar into sin A. This is just area of this triangle. Now if I want the vector area, each unit along this area is n bar cap. I will multiply n bar cap on both sides. So delta into n bar cap equal to mod AB bar into mod AC bar into sin A into n bar cap. Now if you observe this, A bar mod B bar sin A is the angle between these two. A is the angle between AC and AB, and n bar cap is a unit vector in this area perpendicular to this area. So it is nothing but AB sin A into n bar cap gives me AB cross AC. AB bar cross AC bar half into. So becomes half AB cross AC becomes the vector area of triangle ABC. Vector area of triangle ABC. Now, if I want magnitude of this area of triangle, simply magnitude, I can simply write magnitude of this means modulus of AB cross AC. Modulus of AB cross AC. Area of triangle equal to half into modulus of AB cross AC. From this we can find the area of parallelogram also. Area of parallelogram, important point we can write. Area of parallelogram equal to, if this is ABCD is a parallelogram, ABCD is a parallelogram. If I am taking ABC is a triangle, area of this triangle is just now only you got AB cross AC, and area of this triangle is AD cross DC. So these two are equal if it is a parallelogram. So 2 times of this gives me area of parallelogram. So area of parallelogram equal to AB cross BC. If AB, BC are adjacent sides here. AB, BC are adjacent sides here. So if A comma B are adjacent sides of parallelogram, if A bar comma B bar are adjacent sides of a parallelogram, adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then its area equal to A bar cross B bar. A bar cross B bar. Area of parallelogram, if diagonals are D1 and D2, if diagonals are D1 comma D2, then area equal to half mod D1 cross D2, half mod D1 cross D2. First, corollary means extension of the previous one. Area of triangle. If A bar is position vector of capital A, B bar is position vector of capital B, C bar is position vector of capital C, then is asking to prove area of triangle is this. So, given that OA bar equal to A bar, position vector, and position vector of B bar, OB bar equal to B bar, position vector of C bar, OC bar equal to C bar, we know that area of triangle, vector area of triangle or area of triangle ABC equal to, just now only we discussed half mod AB cross AC, half mod AB cross AC. This we can write AB bar, we can write as OB bar minus OA bar cross AC bar, we can write as OC bar minus OA bar. So we will apply the distributive property. This becomes OB cross OC, OB bar cross OC bar minus OB bar cross OA bar minus OA bar cross OC bar, minus into minus, plus OA bar cross OA bar. OA bar cross OA bar. This is equal to half into OB bar is small b, OC bar is small c, minus OB bar is small b cross small a, minus small a cross small c, plus OA cross OA itself parallel means 0. So this is equal to half into half mod b cross c. If I interchange these two becomes plus, so A bar cross B bar, interchanging this also plus C bar cross A bar. So this is what is asking to prove. Area of triangle equal to half mod A cross B plus B cross C plus C cross A. Hence proved. Hence proved. Altitude how to find the altitude of a triangle. If ABC are the position vectors of triangle ABC are capital A, capital B, capital C are small a, small b, small c, then length of altitude from C to AB, if I draw altitude from C to AB like the CM, so length of CM is, you need to prove that A modulus of A cross B plus B cross C plus C cross A by B minus A. Very simple proof. Just now only we discussed area of this triangle. Just now only we discussed area of triangle equal to half into A cross B plus B cross C plus C cross A. This is area of triangle. Keep it aside. Now we know that area of this triangle is, but area of this triangle is half into base into height. Half into base into height. So this is half into, here the base is mod AB bar, base is mod AB bar into height is CM or altitude. CM, height is mod CM. Now I need CM. So this side I have half into area of triangle, I know half into modulus of A cross B plus B cross C plus C cross A. If I cancel half of on both sides and bring AB to this side, becomes CM or mod CM equal to modulus of A bar cross B bar plus B bar cross C bar plus C bar cross A bar by this mod AB comes to this side divided by mod AB bar. But mod AB bar is nothing but OB bar minus OA bar only. A bar cross B bar plus B bar cross C bar plus C bar cross A bar by this is OB minus OA means B bar minus A bar. So this is how we can find the altitude of the triangle if the three vertices are given. The distance from a point A bar to a line R bar equal to B bar plus lambda C bar. For example, this is a point A and there is a line L whose equation is R bar equal to B bar plus lambda C bar. R bar equal to B bar plus lambda C bar. The same we can use the previous concept almost. See here. Here R bar equal to B bar plus lambda C bar means this is a line passing through B and parallel to C. What I want to say is B is a point on this line whose position vector is small b, means B is a point on the line and which is parallel to this line is parallel to some C bar. This is a basic most important point here we need to remember. So this is a line parallel to a vector C bar passing through some B bar. So I want altitude or distance from A to this line is nothing but if I join these two AB and if I draw the perpendicular from A to this line M. So this AM becomes the altitude or perpendicular distance from point A to the line L if I am taking this as D. This distance as D, I need to find D value. Now, if the angle between this AB and the line is theta, if the angle between AB and the line is theta, if I am assuming this angle is theta, so what it becomes? Sin theta equal to opposite by hypotenuse means D by mod AB bar. D by mod AB bar. Next, if I cross multiply, D is equal to mod AB sin theta. Mod AB sin theta. Now, if I multiply with mod C on both sides, value will not change. So that I will write D into mod C equal to mod AB into mod C into sin theta. Mod AB into mod C into sin theta. Now if you observe, this is mod AB and mod C into sin theta is nothing but modulus of AB cross AC only. Mod A mod B sin theta means modulus of A cross B. Now if I bring this mod C to this side, I will get altitude or perpendicular distance from A to this line D equal to modulus of AB cross C bar by mod C. Here AB is nothing but OB minus OA because I am taking position vector of A bar is A bar, position vector of B bar is B bar, I already told. So if you substitute here OB minus OA means B bar minus A bar cross C bar modulus of by mod C gives me perpendicular distance from a point A to a line. Then A cross I whole square I need equal to how much I want to find. Now we know that Lagrange's identity mod A cross B whole square equal to mod A square mod B square minus A bar dot B bar whole square. Using that, I can write like this: mod A square mod I square minus A dot I whole square. This is equal to mod A square into mod I square is 1 minus A dot I means I dot I 1, A1 is left out. So this becomes A cross I whole square. Now if I want similarly A cross J whole square, this also I can write like this: mod A square minus A2 and A cross K whole square equal to mod A square minus A3. So combining all the three, sigma of A cross I whole square equal to, I can write mod A square plus mod A square minus A2 plus mod A square minus A3 is nothing but 3 mod A square minus of A1 plus A2 plus A3. This is A1 dot I bar means A1 into I is A1. Square. So this is nothing but 3 mod A square minus, this is nothing but mod A square again. So becomes 2 mod A square. So always sigma of A cross I whole square equal to 2 mod A square. 2 mod A square.